What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Welcome to Season 5. I know it has been a minute since I've done a vlog-style video, but yes, Season 5 has started. I know that we typically start the new seasons with our channel in like September-ish, but we were super busy this past year and, haven't had a chance to get it until now. Plus, I wanted to make the new intro with the Porsche and the gun stuff. As the new Season 5 starts, we are going to be integrating some of the content about this car. I'll explain a little bit more. Don't worry, the channel isn't changing to a car channel or anything like that. You might get like maybe one Porsche video a month, so don't stress. I'm still dedicated to all of the gun content and the business stuff that we do. But I did buy this car as a celebration of reaching 100,000 subscribers. So to all of you out there, especially the people that have been here since like sub 10,000 subscribers, like the OGs that have been around for the last 5 years, I really appreciate your support. We could not have done it without you, so thank you for that. Hitting 100K was something that I didn't think was going to be as feasible as it did become. We did have a viral video, the video that I did on the scope switch with the COD mount behind it. That video kind of went viral, ended up hitting like over 13 million views, and that brought in literally like half of the subscribers that we have currently. So for all of you that checked that video out and then stuck around after, I appreciate it. Like, it means a lot to us. But yes, Season 5, we are here. So lots to talk about, guys. This video in particular is going to be dedicated on why we bought this, how we went about getting it, because that was a journey on its own. Believe it or not, this is the third and final Porsche that I owned. I did purchase one, ended up having to return it. I'll go into that real quick in a second here. Then I looked at a second one that my buddy's a dealer here in town, that he brought to me, ended up not being good. And then I ended up meeting somebody local here, actually in Summerlin, on this side of Vegas, if you're a Vegas local, that had this 2007 Porsche 911 Carrera C4S. So it is a 997.1 generation. In 6-speed manual, and it only had 21,000 miles on when I got it. Now it has 22,000, but I mean, super clean. It's got the carbon fiber accents and everything like that, and it's black on black. You guys will see in all the B-roll and stuff, but to be able to find one this clean, that's a 16-year-old car, and I ended up getting it for only like $54,000. Looking at the market, I mean, these things were going on the low end, high 40s, on the high end, 70, 68, 70. So definitely stoked on the price that I was able to get this for, and I've been having a blast with it for the last 3 months. Bought it in October. Today is December 29th. So if you're watching this, though, it's probably after the new year. So happy New Year to everybody out there. I hope you guys had a blessed and safe New Year with your friends and family. But yeah, let's dive into what this video is going to be about and kind of where the channel is going to be going in relation to how the Porsche content is going to play in. For you guys out there that are watching this video for the first time, or you're new to our channel is mainly about range reviews with firearms and gear, and then also we used to do a lot of vlogs behind the scenes, which we'll be doing more because I'm using this DJI Osmo 3, the Pocket 3, which is making things much easier. But for the most part, guys, this video is just going to kind of be talking to you guys and ranting about, not ranting, but just kind of having a heart-to-heart with you guys, seeing how you're doing and talking to you about this car and just kind of the future of the channel. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We are driving out to Red Rock. If you're a Vegas local, it's about 10 minutes past Summerlin, but it's a national park and it has a really good loop and drive-through. And it's also going to give me a chance to let you guys like get some cool GoPro angles of the engine, or no, I'm sorry, the exhaust and like everything, and just how the car sounds and everything like that. But yeah, so why a Porsche? A couple reasons, guys. If you remember back in July, we ended up hitting a milestone for the company, which was that we hit our 10-year anniversary, and for that, I bought a $10,000 Rolex. So I went to a Rolex authorized retailer here, and I purchased a Datejust and had it engraved to celebrate, having QVO for 10 years. It's a huge milestone for us. And the reason we did that was Rolex has, honestly, it's beat the stock market for the last few years. Like, I bought a watch for $10,500, and the watch, on the used market's worth anywhere from $12,000 to $13,000. Not that I would sell it, but if I'm going to buy something and there's a way to have it be an investment, 100% I'm going to. In addition to that, that's why this Porsche 911. I'm not a big car guy, or at least I wasn't until I got this car. I've learned so much about the 997.1 and, you know, everything in regards to all the IMS stuff that the internet has blown way out of proportion, in my opinion. You know, I've talked to a bunch of different mechanics, I've talked to a bunch of different Porsche owners, and I've only come across a very small number of people that have actually had IMS issues. If you don't know what that is, don't even worry about looking it up unless you're going to buy a 997.1. Luckily for me, anybody that's wondering, I do have the larger IMS, so less of an issue, and had everything checked out with the pre-purchase inspection, and the car is good to go. But speaking of inspections, let's talk about the purchasing journey. So the first one I looked at, it was this one right here. Popped up on AutoNation here in Las Vegas, actually in Henderson, and it was listed for like 35. Out the door was like 40 grand. And I was like, man. So I started doing my research and found out, you know, Porsche 911 Carrera specifically have had the best depreciation rate over any other car in the world, meaning that it depreciates the least amount. So I was like, all right, cool. So I could, you know, put some money in an investment where I would be getting back the same amount of money, if not, if anything, just a little bit less than if I ever did want to sell this. Not that I would sell it, but, you know, it's just nice to buy things and they hold their value or retain their value. So bought this car from AutoNation. AutoNation wouldn't let me get it inspected prior to purchasing it. You know, a bunch of people said, hey, just bypass it altogether. AutoNation does offer 100% money back guarantee, though, as long as you return the vehicle within 5 days. So I literally, they wouldn't let me get it. So I told them, I was like, hey, I'm gonna get this inspected. If it doesn't pass the inspection, I'm bringing it back. They're like, yeah, fine. They did their 155 point inspection, and it's good to go. So I took it to Trophy Performance. Todd and his team looked it over for me, and right away told me to take the car back. So that's exactly what I did. Ended up the joint arms, the ball arms, or I'm not a car guy, guys, so forgive me, but there was about $15,000 of work that was needed to the vehicle. And so they just said, hey, it's not going to be worth it, especially with it being, you know, 2005, a Tiptronic automatic versus having a manual. And it looked like somebody had beaten the crap out of it. Like the over rev report, they were telling me how a vehicle of that year should typically have around maybe 10,000 over revs. That vehicle had 26,000 over revs. So brought it back to the dealership, got my money back, and then was back on the hunt again. A buddy of mine, that local dealer, he brought a white 2008 for me to look at. Come to find out, Trophy Performance, if you guys are going to get a vehicle inspected, definitely do it through them. Patrick, he does them over there, and he kills it. Like right away, he noticed that the windshield was an aftermarket windshield, and so that means that the original had been damaged. Then they come to find out the interior had so much water damage, and it wasn't like, they were like, the vehicle wasn't flooded, it didn't submerge, but like the entire interior would need to be replaced because of how much water damage there was. And not to mention, like in the summer, it would probably smell like a fishing charter boat inside, you know, the cabin. So ended up saying no to that one, and then found this one on Facebook. Reached out to the guy Ty. We've actually become friends. We've gone to some hockey games and some other events, and he had this one. He was looking to finance a different car purchase, and so came over, let me test drive it. Mind you, I haven't driven stick shift since like sophomore year in high school. I'm 39 now, so that was what, 16 years old, so 23 years ago. And I didn't stall during my test drive. I have stalled since, but it was super cool. And I do have, you know, quite a few cars. I have the Tesla, I have my truck, my motorcycle, and then this, not to, you know, and then the girlfriend's car and stuff like that. But I figured, why not get a fun car? I have been daily driving this thing, as a lot of Porsche owners have been telling me to do. And so, yeah. So now I'm sitting on a 2007 Porsche 911 C4S, a 997.1 6-speed manual, black leather interior with the carbon fiber accents, and black. They have the wheels powder coated. Luckily for me, the previous owner did get the warranty for the tire for road rash through God and Porsche. So I actually took those in free of charge and got all of the road rash taken care of, and the tires are looking brand new. And yeah, this has the sport package, chrono package, and I've been having fun with it, guys. Like, you know, I'm not going to talk about top speeds we've gotten up to, but driving my Tesla Model Y, which is a dual motor, you know, 0 to 60 very quick. I want to say it's like 4.2 or something like that. This is a little faster than that. And it's just crazy for me to realize that in 2007, when this car was made, that people had that same kind of speed. And so, yeah. Kind of a car guy now in regards to this car. You know, for me, it made sense. I was able to buy it cash, and I was able to put cash into an asset that, you know, isn't going to, you know, you can't really be mad when you're buying the number one least appreciating vehicle in the world. Stuff that we're going to do to the car. Already I've done a paint correction, MIGS detail, MIGS auto detail here in Vegas. If you guys aren't familiar, definitely check out MIGS. I really dig it. My buddy Tony recommended it, but he's a guy who started his business, renovated his entire garage into a very professional looking detail shop, took my vehicle to his house, left it with him for 2 days, and man, the paint correction and the ceramic coating he did, whole vehicle, I do have PPF on the whole front of the vehicle, so he only did stage 1 on that, but whole vehicle for $800 was awesome, and he just did a really good job. Made the paint look, you know, damn near brand new. I am wrapping the entire car. You guys will see a video on that. It'll be in OD green. We're going to do OD green, and then I have a carbon fiber spoiler, carbon fiber body kit. I'm going to wrap the hood in carbon fiber. That way it kind of matches all the accents and stuff. And yeah, and then I really think that aesthetic is going to kind of like be the QVO car for a while. What else are we going to do? Wheel spacers came in today, so I believe I got 12s and 15s. I want the tires just at about flush with the wheel well, the fender, if not a little past. My friends are telling me I'm going to want to lower it. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to mess with the Porsche suspension. But I do know that the C4S, this specific model, does come lowered 10 millimeters already stock. So aesthetically, if it bugs me, then maybe I'll get 20-inch wheels to fill in the gap. But if it doesn't bug me, I'll just leave these 19s on and, you know, just be happy with it. But other than that, I did replace the stereo unit. It's crazy to think that Porsche in 2023 came out with a new 997 PCCM Plus. That's just their stereo unit. I'll roll in some pictures and stuff here, but you know, 16 years later, Porsche comes out with a new head unit that is OEM. So I have Apple CarPlay and everything in here, and Bluetooth, and you know, wireless hands-free calling and everything in my 2007 Porsche, but it's factory, which is cool because the aesthetic matches exactly, and it, you know, you want that OEM look. Plus, I can charge my phone easily now with the this what is it? Redline magnetic mount. But yeah, if you guys have questions about anything, definitely let me know. Like I said, I did want to, you know, just chat. Like I wanted to just come out here and make this video talking about, you know, why we purchased it, hit 100K on YouTube to celebrate that. Thank you again. Got our whole plaque and everything, so that's really cool. It's hanging up on my mantle above my fireplace. In addition to that, you know, I like to make responsible financial decisions most of the time. So if you are gonna, you know, life's short, guys, buy what you want. I kept looking at a bunch of different Porsches, and one guy in one of the forums said to me, he's like, look, man, you can keep looking for the perfect one, and it could take you 6 months to a year, but that entire time you could have been driving a Porsche. So I wasn't looking for a manual. I was looking for a 997.2 PDK, just because I thought manual was going to be too much of a headache for me. Turns out it's not at all, and I'm loving it. I do not like it as much when I'm in gridlock traffic, but I will say that, you know, having one of the vehicles, I'm fortunate enough to have multiple vehicles, and one of them being a Porsche 911 Carrera that's manual is pretty freaking cool. I'm going to be 40 next year, so I'm definitely still like the same mentality in a good way as like when I was 19. I like to buy toys, I like to have fun, but now with a successful business and the company doing well, you know, it's nice to be able to buy these types of things and enjoy them. In regards to the company, I know some people are wondering with lead times and everything like that. Currently, we're at a 6 to 8 week lead time on custom holsters. Guys, we do have a lot of products now that are quick ship. And then in addition to that, we are finishing up Black Friday right now. So the majority of the Black Friday orders are going out before the new year, which is crazy because previous years, you would order on Black Friday and you might not get the order until February, March, because it was a 12-week lead time. But now we're at 6 to 8. We've invested in so much more tooling and molding that we're able to, get a lot more done. We brought on some new people. Some people left the company and moved on to better fields. You guys all know Fitz, Cycle Blades. He got a job at Vegas Forge. We're happy for him, and that's more, goal-oriented to where he wants to go with his knife company. So very happy for him. Glad he's doing that. Another one of our guys got an internship he's going to school for engineering, and he got an internship at a local company here in Vegas that's geared towards that. So happy for him. Good for him. And yeah, and we were able to have other friends that wanted to come join the QVO team, and they are now working with us. So we are good on staff, we're good on molding and supplies, and we are cranking orders out. We used to ship out, when we first started, guys, when I first went full-time at QVO, we were happy to be shipping 50 to 100 orders a month. Right now, guys, we are shipping out like 2,000 to 2,500 orders a month. And seriously, thank you. Like, we are blessed to have, the customer base that we do, the audience, and the subscribers to all of our content stuff. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do all these things that we want to do, and I wouldn't have this car and be, film this video here. To me, it is crazy to think that I used to drive around this city in a police car, in a black and white car, now, out there, responding to calls and craziness, and now for work, I'm driving a black car, but it's through beautiful Red Rock while, talking to you guys on this cool camera system inside of a Porsche 911. And it's manual. So yeah, crazy how the last 10 years has been. And for anybody out there, I've been having some friends and family stay with me asking about, like, hey, how'd you do it, or how do I do it? Start. That's it, man. Just start. Whether you want to be a content creator, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to start designing a product, just start. Doing that is what is going to get you going. And the thing is, you're not going to be able to improve on whatever it is you're doing until you start. So that's the best advice I can give you. And the other piece would be, everything's hard work, guys. And what I mean by that is, there's no shortcuts. Like, it's just doing the work, doing it for a long time, and learning to love and enjoy that grind. And I know it sounds a lot like Gary Vee stuff, or Alex Hormozy's a big guy that I listen to. Love Alex Hormozy stuff. I've run into him a couple times here in Vegas, and the dude just makes sense. And he's become successful, and he's at a point where he doesn't need anybody else's money, and he makes all this content just to share his experiences. And that's what's awesome, is when you can just you don't need anything from anybody else. He's just making the content, and it hits. So definitely check those guys out if you haven't. But yeah, guys, other than that, I'm going to throw in some B-roll if I haven't already of just, how the car sounds from the outside, film some passing by stuff. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see with the Porsche 911. Let me know if you're a car guy or car girl, for the 0.3% of the audience that's female. And then, and if you're not a Porsche guy, let me know, what's your car down below. I used to have a 392 TA, a Challenger. That thing was really fun to drive. So are you a Mopar guy? Are you a Porsche guy? We have some Ferrari owners in the audience. That would be really cool. I've met another reason, I want to bring that up. Another reason why I wanted to get this car, the doors that it opens to the other people that have this style of car or style of living. That whole thing about you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most. I 100% believe and agree with that, and getting this car has, given me access to organizations and groups of other people that have similar interests and are also doing things with their lives, in the sense of continually achieving goals and progressing forward. And so I was able to meet some of those guys, talk about investments. I actually have some pretty cool investments that I'm looking at for retirement. Hitting 40, people are talking about retirement at 65. I kind of already live a semi-retired life. I feel like I work every day. Today, I refined a new another product. Speaking of, there's a Lambo going by right there. But yeah, today I put the final designs in CAD on that new thumb cliff that we're coming out with. I'll talk about that here in a second. But in addition to that, designing another t-shirt design. We're killing it with those. I hope you guys are liking them. I'm really digging all of the different military and police and like cool throwbacks that we're able to put out on t-shirts. Just kind of stuff from my age group. And then the thumb cliff thing, you know, like learning CAD. Went to school. I took a semester at the community college here to learn 3D design and CAD modeling, and that has allowed me to, you know, design that product. I was able to design that in about an hour, print a prototype in 16 minutes on my 3D printer, and test fit it, and then send it out to get it, you know, professionally done in nylon 12 plastic material. And now we have a finished product that we're able to put out for a really good price for people that want, you know, that gas pedal, thumb ledge. Like we're calling it our thumb cliff. You know, it's a play on words with the Sylvester Stallone movie Cliffhanger. Learning 3D CAD design, I was able to create that product and, you know, get this thing going. And that's just, you know, some of the stuff that we do in an average work day. Doesn't feel like work, and that's why I kind of feel like I'm living this like semi-retired life. So, you know, that product's gonna be coming out soon, guys. The full video. We got the final production models coming to us at the next week, so the beginning of January. We'll get out on the range, do the full video on them, and then get them out to you guys, you know, ASAP. So it's you'll get two of them. You'll get the long and short versions of them, and then in addition to that, they're only going to be 25 bucks, maybe 20. We'll see. We're looking probably 25, somewhere between 20 and $30. At launch, they'll be cheaper for the first 100, and then after that, they'll go back to the normal pricing. But again, guys, can't say thank you enough for all the support throughout the last year. Again, Happy New Year, all of you. And got a bunch of really cool things coming. More products will be coming your way. Still always working to keep that lead time down. You know, I'd love to see our lead time stay at, you know, 2 to 4 weeks as a constant. But Black Friday is huge for us. We had probably our biggest it was our biggest Black Friday ever. It was also our biggest year as a company ever. And, you know, I'm kind of this guy who loves to go nuts on Christmas. So I went and spent, you know, 10% of what we made gross on Black Friday on the staff. Went out and bought all the crazy cool presents, from like Air Jordans that some of our guys wanted to like ballistic plates and plate carriers. We got John, you know, John's my business partner. We got him a Henry model 4570, the brass like collector's edition, like brass plated one, super cool. But yeah, we, you know, on top of that, cash bonuses. So if you're in Vegas and, you know, you ever want to come work at QVO, we definitely love to take care of our team. And because of you guys, we can do that. So that's all I got, guys. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think about the new intro. And, you know, if you're not a Porsche guy or if you're not a car guy and this, you know, content isn't up your alley, don't worry. There might be a video a month. You know, I'm just going to put stuff on here. I don't want to start a whole new channel for it because it's not going to be, you know, continual everyday content, because I'm not going to make this a car channel. It's just to kind of like diversify the channel and have some other stuff out there that will get exposure, because the gun stuff is really suppressed by YouTube. So yeah, like we'll have stuff on here when we change out the spoiler, when we put the wheel spacers on, just stuff like that, guys. But if you are a car guy, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about my purchase. You know, again, 2007 911 Carrera C4S Coupe, 6-speed manual, 997.1, 21,000 miles on it, and I picked it up for 54 grand with a favorable pre-purchase inspection. That's all I got, guys. Definitely like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff down below. And again, we appreciate your support. As always, we'll see you in the next video.